Welcome back to the ZLR podcast. I'm your host, Tino, alongside my co host, Dr. Taffy. Tonight's episode is all about one of life's most powerful connections, friendship, the kind that stands the test of time and shows up through every season.
That's right, Tino. We're talking about the real side of friendship, the joy, the growth, and even the challenges that come with staying connected as life evolves. Because true friendship isn't just about good times, it's about grace, honesty, and love that lasts.
And joining us tonight are three amazing women who know the truth firsthand. JLeann, Nina, and Shamika. Our story together is one of sisterhood, growth, and learning to show up for each other in every chapter of life. Welcome to the podcast, ladies.
Hey,
Thank
hey.
you.
Hey.
Thank you for having us.
You're welcome. Thank you for giving us your time. We appreciate it.
Of course.
So, we're going to jump right in and talk about defining friendship. Let's start from the heart. What does friendship truly mean to each of you, and how has the meaning changed over time as you've grown?
Does it matter who takes it first?
It doesn't matter.
Okay.
Start out with
I'll get it
JLeann.
rolling. I'll get it rolling. I think that friendship to me means being fully known and fully loved, regardless through the seasons. So I think that how it grows is because we grow as individuals. And when we change, if we're really connected for the right reason, then it changes with me.
I love that.
I feel like you copied my answer, but
I
it's
feel
okay.
like that's what happens when you're able to go first. You're welcome.
But I do agree with that because most of the time we do change throughout the seasons, and you're not going to be the same person you were like 10 years ago. And the type of people you surround yourself with are either going to be your destiny helpers or they're going to bring you down.
Oh, wow.
Good.
That's good too. Now that wasn't like mine. That was good. That was good.
Yeah.
I piggybacked.
Okay.
Yeah, piggybacking off of that, friendship to me is just, we're both able to see, the strong moments, the messy moments, the growing moments, and love, fully through all of these moments.
Right.
Yeah, that's it.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Love is at the root of everything, I believe, when it comes to friendship. So, I also think that, with every great friendship has roots, right? Like I said, love. But for you guys, what do you think has kept your bond strong over the years? Is it trust? Is it love? Is it laughter? Is it loyalty? Or is it something deeper?
Trauma bonding. Trauma
We're
bonding.
just talking about that today.
Everything in the world, from weight to dealing with men to dealing with relationships, family, money, career is everything. So,
Honestly, yeah, it's been a lot of trauma bonding, but I feel like with the friends that I have now, because a lot of it was environmental. A lot of the people that I grew up with them, right? And I kind of felt like I didn't, not necessarily that I couldn't venture out, but that those were the people that I knew, so I had to stay there. And now, as like the last probably 10 years, it's been an evolution of the friendships that I have in my life. So you really have to get to that point where you have to face yourself and then look at the people around you and just go from there. And when I tell you people have fallen off like flies, it is what it is. But you grow up and you learn from it, right?
Absolutely.
Out of, I guess, what else comes to mind outside of what's been shared is honesty. I think that honesty, with the learning that you even mentioned, Tino, I think honesty, even when it's hard, is necessary and what really builds a great foundation and keeps it growing.
Oh, yeah. And I think even with the honesty, what you're saying with honesty, I think also being able to receive the honesty is a very big part, because one friend can be honest with you all the time, but if you aren't able to receive it, it's there's an imbalance right there, I believe.
And it's
So
also delivery. Delivery is so important.
And tone.
Yeah.
But
you
another
have to know your
point
friends.
too,
You
I
have to
think
know
it's
your friends.
laughter. Like I think laughter is underrated, but it shouldn't be.
Yeah.
I really think when friendship is really what it is, you got to be able to laugh. And I think that that's
Absolutely.
sometimes missed or underneath, but it definitely is a core fundamental, at least for my friendships. We got to be able to laugh.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
We do a lot of laughing. What another thing is boundaries. I've learned because I'm a people person. I want all of us to be together.
Yeah.
But
We can't all be together.
I am not that one, but continue, Tino.
I have learned no more. I don't mix people the way I used to mix people.
Yeah.
I just wanted everybody in one big room and all of us to be happy. When I tell you that was so draining, after I woke up from my whatever I was in, I'm like, wow, why would you do that? Now the people I used to all mix in the same room, I can't even be around them myself. So yeah, boundaries definitely for your friends, because I know everyone cannot be together. And sometimes you might need to spend one-on-one time with each friend instead of trying to bring the whole group together. Because one thing I've discovered is that in friendships, even though people might know each other, some people don't want you to be a friend with another friend. They're like, you belong to me. Do you get
Shamika
what I'm saying?
knows
I
about
know
that.
that one. And to even add to that is consideration as well, because you have to be considerate of other people the same way you want to be considered.
To be considered.
And respect is a massive thing as well.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
yes.
definitely. And that's what I've been learning. We gotta just respect and have those boundaries. Because sometimes it was a mess. I'm telling you, I've really grown up.
I had to learn that this year. And it was like one of the most heartbreaking situations, because I'm like, wait, I didn't expect this to come from this. But at the same time, I had to learn to like be forgiving, to let go, and also set that boundary. Like, we're not gonna come back from this, but I do respect you as an individual, and I just hope that God blesses you in all you do.
Yeah.
There are times where you do have to be like that, because there are people that, they come through a season, and you have to be able to define whether or not they're going to be a seasonal friend or a lifetime friend.
And that's where we have to distinguish, because a lot of times we're putting people in positions they don't even belong.
Yeah.
Yes. And we're constantly forgiving, and letting things go, and just, oh yeah, I'll let it slide. That's just who they are. That's just who they are. But, you can't, at the end of the day, it ends up draining you as well, because you're always the one to let it go. You're always the one to forgive. You're always the one to, to just be the flexible friend.
And
Yeah.
accountability is another one.
Oh, yeah.
In friendship, you have to be accountable.
Mm-hmm.
There are things that you will do that your friend may not be okay with. And when they are speaking to you, you have to be able to be like, you know what, I'm so sorry, and learn how to move past it. Or you have to learn how to be a better friend. If you can't do that, then you have no reason trying to make friends.
That's true. Accountability, and we also have to speak up, because we're not psychic. So that's where it comes to, where you have to evaluate your friendships, that you're comfortable enough to speak up. If you're in a situation where you're not comfortable to speak up, that's probably not your village. That's probably not your community. You've got to be able to say something and be able to resolve conflict in a whatever way that you guys resolve conflict. I remember the other time we were at the conference, and Nina and I wanted Nina to come somewhere. We had our discussion right there in the middle of the room, because we didn't care. I need to get my point across. It is what it is. Let's do it. And everyone just looked at us like, are they okay?
Yeah.
But then you guys know each other, and you have that relationship where you can like resolve issues there and then, which is a big part of respecting each other too.
In that moment, that's definitely how it was. So and it's a learning curve, because sometimes I think, because a lot of us suffer from abandonment issues, but we don't want to acknowledge them, or actually even not even just admit that you have that problem. And sometimes you don't want to cause waves or issues because you don't want to lose that person. But I think your relationships become stronger if you actually address your issues.
Mm.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
Me
Well,
too.
well, so like Shamika and some of you mentioned as well that friendship has seasons. You have fun times, you have easy times, and you have moments that test. Okay. How for I guess for JLeann, Tino, and Nina, it's how have you all supported each other through those different phases? And of course, Shamika, with myself and your friends as well. How have you supported each other through those different phases?
It's just
So,
one.
oh,
I,
sorry.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
So with me personally, I used to be a crash out. Like you couldn't talk to me about anything. Like
Not
I'd go from
Really?
0 to
girl.
100 real quick. So it came a time where obviously Steph, I'm gonna use you as an example. She sat me down and she was like, do you know how ugly you are when you're angry and you just rah 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 in
Wow,
people's
that's
faces?
being,
And
yeah,
at the time I remember sitting there looking at her like, I'm already hot. Why are you telling me this? I don't want to hear
right,
this. But
right.
then she waited to a moment where I was calm and rational. And she was like, look, you are not in your natural disposition and this is unacceptable. Like when you go out there, people don't even see your character. They just see you as a crash out and that's not okay. So I had to take that in because I'm like, you know what? She's not the person. If she's telling me that I'm doing good, she's always telling me I'm good, I'm doing good. But if she's telling me that there's an area that I need to work on, that means that I have to work on it. Because she's not going to sit there and just lie to me and be like, oh, yeah, you're moving mad when I'm not moving mad. That's just my little example, guys. Like,
Which is a great example.
No, that's real life. That's yeah, yeah, that's good. I think that our relationships are different. So I know Nina may have a different lens than I do. But what I do think is something that is applicable is like holding space, just like not trying to fix, but just being present. I think is very good in seasons of friendship because it's really easy, especially if you're in a, work context, family complex, where you're always the one being pulled on or the one who's needed. In friendships, I think that that's a great opportunity for a place to be present, for a place to be really known, and for a place to just hold space. So,
yeah.
in that, you got the good times, you got the crazy times, you got the times I just need to be comforted, and you got the times like Shamika was talking about, what you need to be face to face and told that, honey, you need to get it together.
Yeah.
But friendships really give you that opportunity, right? Because you're not as concerned or worried about hurt feelings if it's your friend.
Mm.
You're more, I mean, you think about family, especially with parents and people that are close. You're more mindful sometimes of maybe how you
Yeah.
would say it because you want to be respectful. You want to be this. But when you're talking to your friend and they in order or out of order, you feel like you have a lot more liberality to be able to express
Yeah.
yourself in a free way if it's a real friend.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, absolutely.
1,000%.
I
That
get
that's
that.
just like with myself and Shamika, like she was saying, I had to sit her down, and that's just how we are. That's how we operate. If I see something, because she's an amazing person. So if I see that she needs, like she said, that she needs to work on something, I'm not sugarcoating it. And she gets it that I'm saying it with love. It
Yeah.
might not sound like it
Uh-huh.
in that moment, right? It might not sound like it, but I can guarantee you 100% of the time she will come back later, whether it's the next day, next week, in a few months, she'll come back and say, you know what? I really appreciate what you said that day to me because I really, although I didn't like the way you said it, it was real, and I appreciate it. I appreciate you for saying it. But that's just how we are. We no hurt feelings. You might feel for a few minutes,
Yeah.
but but because she knows I love her so much and I just want the best for her, then I'm not going to steer her wrong, or just give her even bad advice. So I think that's really important with friendship, just knowing your person and knowing that whatever they're bringing to you, no matter how they bring it to you, it's with love.
Yeah.
You're gonna make me cry.
I was waiting for somebody to say that.
Because I'm even thinking about, we had like a situation yesterday where I was telling her about something. I was like, oh, my feelings are hurt by this person. She's looking at me like, what value did it add to your life for you to be hurt? And I was annoyed when she said that, because I'm like, excuse me.
Listen, the tears about to come out of my eyes, Shamika. I'm so sorry.
To be honest, that's a legit question though.
No,
I
it's
think
very valid. But
we hold people in places they're not supposed to be. Like, what value do they bring to your life? What is it that
your mind?
To say this is my friend, what are they doing for you? What do they do for you?
Asked me this as well, because with this particular person, it's been like, oh wow. So she's literally looking at me like yesterday. She just sat there and she looked at me. She asked me the question. So I'm sitting there and I'm irritated because I'm like, okay, now I have to think of an answer and I can't think of anything serious to give you. Now you've really annoyed me. So I have to come back. And then even though I know like you're coming from a good place as well, I'm like, sometimes nobody wants to hear the truth, but at the same time, I respect it because I know like the character of the person is coming from. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. The challenge is, I think for Janice, well, JLeann and Nina, we've known each other. Nina, we're going almost a decade. Wow. JLeann, over a decade, right?
Yep.
And we met like early 20s. Well, in my early 20s.
Goodness, y'all have grown together.
It's interesting. Like, go ahead.
Huh?
I said it's just interesting because it was, at least for me and Tino, who are you?
Yeah.
We're best friends. Party, hang out, each other's shadows. Just happening. Time is spacing out, not hanging out as much. But when we call or text, we always respond. That's the reason I'm starting to be in with like a lot of people. It's like, I don't talk to my best friends all the time. I'll send you a video, maybe a text there, a heart there, like whatever you're sharing or posting. But it's just like, I'm always floating around. I might not be right next to you, but I'm always floating around.
Yeah. With Nina, first week. Wait, when did I met Nina? Like Saturday, the following weekend, we took a trip to Chicago. You remember?
Everybody thought we were nuts.
Wait, after a week?
Yes.
My goodness.
That happened to me.
You got to tell me what kind of connection that was that you trust somebody at that week.
When I even met Nina, when I opened the door for her, I was like, who is this? Because we were at a barbecue and there were just so many people coming in. So I opened the door. I'm like, who is it?
And I came in all chipper like, hi. And she had like a whole plate of every type of animal that was just grilled, looking at me like, yeah. And I was like, what are you? But it's a sign, because with all of my extremely close best friends, that's how our relationships always start off. Either like we are like battling, hating each other, and then blink of an eye, it's like, I love you.
Yeah, we were stuck like glue from that moment onwards. Yeah.
That's actually so funny, because that's the same thing that happened with my best friend who's in England. Like, I met her when we were like, enrolling into high school, and her cousin was like our mentor and stuff. So he was like, oh, that's my cousin over there. Someone go hug her. And I was like, okay, let me go give her a hug. I go give her a hug and she's looking at me crazy, like, who are you? Why are you touching me? And now, like 16 years later, that's someone I talk to every single day, regardless of whether or not I'm in a different country. And then with Chaffee as well, I met her through my auntie. I was not happy about meeting her, to be fair, because I was like, hold on. I thought I was going to Atlanta. This is like when I'm first coming from England. I'm like, oh, I'm going to be in Atlanta, so I'm going to tell my friends I was in Atlanta. Next thing you know, I'm in New Orleans. I'm like, what's going on? We're in Alabama. And then here she comes, she's opening the door, all excited to see me. I'm like, I'm not even happy to be here. And then from that moment on, I've been so attached to her. And like I've just watched her grow as a person. I'm like, oh my gosh, you're like so cool. Like
yeah.
That's beautiful.
A true blessing. Like that's how I honestly view her.
And I think when you said that, I think that that's a major component in facing challenges together. Are they more of a burden or a blessing? When you're being challenged, is that something that's going to make me more heavy, or do you make me lighter? And that's kind of what I was alluding to when I was talking about laughter and this essence of being and this essence of feeling full and loved. People who are your people, you get that with, whether that's a connection after a week and you go to Chicago. You got to, our relationship started differently. So at first, it was like me and Tina we were never like, what's the word? We were never against one another, but
I was strong-willed. Go ahead and say
who she was. I was trying to figure out who she really was in the beginning. And so I was more so apprehensive, and I was very much trying to discern. And then over time, I'm like, oh no, she's actually a good person.
Yeah.
And she has a heart. And one thing I loved about her, because I can be very involved, maybe I'll put it like that. And with my involvement, I'm more so serious. Okay. And so that was one element that I really appreciated about Tino and Nina. And though I'm not as close with Nina, what I love about her, her essence and her energy, and how she brings out a fun me, how she brings out a lively me, how she's like, girl, let that go. Because when you're and professional in any right, we all are, which I believe we all are. But I'm just saying, when you're always in a mode of needing to be this and answer that and all of that, you just need a place to breathe. And I've appreciated those two ladies for that. And then even meeting the Dr. T, Tafe, she's also been one excellent in her own right and beautiful and just bringing out life. So for me, I look for life and I look for light. Do people give me life, and are they a light? Like if they're dark in any way, bye. If they're going to be heavy for me, I'm heavy enough. I'm a big girl. I don't need no help with heavy stuff.
You don't need more weight.
No, I don't. So I find ways to be lifted, and I want my people around me. If I'm gonna spend my time, because I ain't got that much time.
No.
So if I'm gonna spend my time, it got to be spent with people that are gonna edify me and build me up.
And that's the thing about you. I've seen you, JLeann, come out of your shell. We've seen you grow. Like literally, you are the person I met. Like what?
Long time ago. Don't do that. Okay. Don't do that. I mean, I know. Don't do that. I know.
And the person I know now, those are two different human beings. And it's just every day, like growing together and watching you evolve into like the person that you are. It has been an amazing journey for me to watch, because it's encouraging that, you can live in your true power, and you're living in your true power. So facing all of those challenges up and down, even the conversations that we have, and just even when I'm not a crash out, but I live on the edge, not live on the, how do I say it?
Just say it.
You're free-spirited.
I'm not free-spirited, but if it wasn't for the ashwagandha, I get nervous a lot, I worry a lot. So I'm always like, what's the word?
Are you hyper?
I'm not hyper.
So would we say anxious?
Are you lively?
I'm a little bit anxious, yes. Okay. So they've really, even when it comes to, I know the other day, Saturday, I had something I needed to bounce off, and Nina answered. I always call the entire circle. Whoever answers, that's who I talk to. So Nina answered. And I'm like, am I crazy? Or am I, before I make a overreact, maybe I'm overreacting. They always balance me, if that makes sense. Because I'm all over the place with this. But I think you need good friendships that balance you. People that can say, maybe you're a little bit too wrong. Or sometimes your perspective is not even right.
Yeah.
You know, you're just looking for someone to be on your side. And Nina, right off the bat, she was not on my side. I said, this is not what I called for.
Whenever I give feedback, I try to give it like from different angles and perspectives, like the that you're having an issue with. Just the logical, my instant reaction. Again, I'm a crash out person, internally, externally, I don't care. And then I have to have, you know, an external, like, girl, are you tripping? Are you about to catch a case? Okay.
And that's the thing. When we balance, if we are out and something happens, it's Nina and I. If something happens and Nina is the one who's upset, I'm relaxed. If I'm the one who's upset, Nina's relaxed. Because you can't have two people crashing out. Who's going to bail out the other?
See, I don't know. Shamika and I would probably be sitting right next to each other, because if she's crashing out, I'm trying to figure out why. Matter of fact, I'm not even trying to figure out why she's crashing out, especially if it's with a stranger. Listen, I'm going into, I'm sorry.
I learned early on
right
in my
next to each other.
No, I learned early on in my relationships, one of us has to be calm. One of us has to be able to dial 911.
Yeah, I'm usually the calm one.
I was about to say, in your defense, it depends on what they're saying to me, that you will sit there and be like, okay, listen, that's not who you're going to be talking to. Who are you talking to? That's when she gets hyped up. And then I'm like, okay, she's hyped up. Then maybe I need to calm down, because if she's hyped up, it's over with, because she's the calm one.
Yeah.
But then if someone tries to mess with her, oh yeah, no, it's a problem.
Yeah, no,
it's a massive problem.
That's like me too, because I'm pretty even keeled. Temperament is very calm in very hostile situations. So if something has tipped me, everybody needs to duck.
Absolutely.
I don't even know, like, I don't even know to the nth of what I would do, because I don't even get to those levels. So if I got to that level, I'm scared of me.
You're like an episode of Snap.
There's a reason.
Like Snap. You're like, I know what happened, officer. I just
no, it would definitely be. They would have to sit me in that room of interrogation, and they would have to tell me what happened by video, because if I let myself get to there, I have lost all my capacity to think. And I would probably do something very dangerous, because I don't do that. So if I do that, something tipped me.
And the other person's in the wrong.
Yeah,
always. When it comes to JLeann, it's the other person, because really, she is just. If it's the three of us there, if Nina and I are crashing out, JLeann is fixing it, because there's absolutely no way. It would be a crisis. They would need to call.
It would definitely have to be something that took me to a place that and maybe that's why, to your point, maybe that's why half of the reason why I just don't put myself in certain environments, because I just know that they're not safe, or I don't want to be in a place that tips me to a place that's not my homeostasis, honey. I believe in that thing, and I want to be steady. And I can't be going up and down and around. No. So that could be why.
We can't be trying to bail you out, girl.
Exactly.
I was about to say, that's Taffy though, for real. Because she won't put herself in a situation. But if she's got like great discernment, that's a gift from God, and I can say that. Because she'll be like, I don't think you should be doing that. Like, if I'm up, because I'm still in my 20s, I want to go outside. But if she tells me like, sit down somewhere, I'm gonna sit down somewhere, because that's like the minister of enjoyment. So if the minister of enjoyment is telling you sit down, you sit down, because there's something that she knows that you don't know, or you may not see.
And it's just also knowing your friends, because I used to do that a lot. That's one thing I've had to learn with dealing with Nina. JLeann, not so much, but I used to put Nina in all kinds of places.
Oh no.
And she can testify. She's shaking her head.
Just by her face alone.
Oh, yeah. It's telling a whole story.
Oh, my God. We would be in all kinds of situations. And not because I was intentionally, but because I wanted us to all, that whole us wanting to be together is a toxic trait, to be honest. It is toxic, because you cannot, you can't, because Nina is protective. Like I remember we took a trip to Vegas one time, and I think it was one of the girls had apologized. She had done something and she apologized to me. And Nina still was like, I'm not feeling it. And she was right. Because even to this day, that same individual is an offender again.
And up.
Yeah, now that individual is an op. But Nina was right from the get-go that, you know what, this person, I'm not feeling it. But because I'm always like, oh, it's okay. We all love you, Jesus. And this, it doesn't work with everybody.
Like,
crucify sounds like Shamika.
Yeah. Because I'm sitting here, I'm like, oh my gosh, that's Taffy. Because there was this person that I was friends with for years. And she told me from the get-go, from the day I came and like introduced them, she's like, no. And then for years, I'm like, oh, forgive. And then, you know, she did something that was like, I won't say unforgivable because at the end of the day, I am like walking with Christ. But she did something that was like, yeah, we can never be friends again.
Right. And that's how
Taffy
it always
was
ends.
looking at me. She literally came and she was like, come here. I never want to see you with this person again. And she's not the type to tell me like, oh, you can be around this person, you can't be around that person. But she always gave her grace, but from a distance. And then the day she told me, come here, you can never be friends with this person again. Like, I will mash you up myself. Because she's like, I've seen you go through seasons where you have grown as a person and you have been a great friend to this person, but it's not been reciprocated.
Right.
And it really hurt because, you know, it was literally not even that long ago, like 2 weeks ago. And then it came to a point where I was having anxiety for days and I couldn't sleep. I couldn't eat. And then Taffy would be looking at me like, well, you know, there's food. Like, you got to eat. And then that's when I realized, like, any other friendship I've had, they've always been healthy. They don't give me anxiety. I don't suffer from anxiety. I've never had to go through that. So for me to go through that, I was like, yeah, no. And it's like the way it even ended was God's hand himself. I saw something I didn't think I was going to see, and it was an accident. And then, like, she was telling me, she's like, that was God who showed you that. Because we can all tell you that this is not your friend, but it's up to you to actually see it.
Right. Yeah. Friendship is powerful.
Oh, yeah.
Done right, it's an excellent entity. I'm completely right. It's excellent. And those are things like, even every day, the same way we work on our faith, the same way we go to the gym to exercise, friendship also needs to be worked on. You got to have those friendship days. You got to have that communication. You got to do those check-ins. And a lot of times, because life is so tough, everyone focuses, and that's something I'm working on myself, not to solely focus on my own stuff. Because a lot of times people think I don't notice things, but I notice and I put it in the back of my head and I might follow through on it, right? And see how you're functioning. So as we're growing together, what lessons have you learned in friendship about love, communication, and forgiveness?
That love is a verb. It's a verb. So in essence, I guess when I say that, it's not just felt. It's done through things. It takes action, continual action. So if that's time, if that's prayer, if that's patience, if that's forgiveness, if that's face-to-face, courageous conversations or crucial conversations, if that's space that's needed. Hello. I mean, we have to just deal with that, because sometimes silence and a break doesn't mean the relationship has to break, but it may be that that's what's necessary. So I think that the lessons from friendship really help you go through the pathway in the course of life. If you give it its due process, it helps you along the journey and it benefits you tremendously. But I do think that some of those lessons, one of the main things is that love is a verb. It's a verb.
See, I was gonna say love is a choice, because like you choose to be dealing with that person, to love on that person, to be there for them, and it's the same way with them as well, because it's transactional. As much as people may try to say it's not, it really is, because you're sitting there, you're choosing to be like, okay, in this season you've changed, you were like this, but I'm choosing to be your friend. I'm choosing to wake up every single day and love on you because you're the person that I want to be around me.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it is a choice. And I think sometimes access needs to be revoked if people are not acting right in your life, because it drains your energy. It takes away things like simple things like you never had anxiety, but all of a sudden you're an anxious human being. Like simple things like that. And we have to, if we have to stay in conversation so we know when we're doing wrong, because sometimes you don't even know that something is affecting you, right? But and also don't be a clueless friend.
Yeah.
Don't be clueless and act like, oh, just because you like it, they'll love it. No, it doesn't
Yeah.
always work like that. So it's
So you're saying be in tune and intentional. Yeah.
And I feel as well, like sometimes silence. I know, like everyone, like you feel like you have to communicate, but sometimes your
That's what I
silence
was
will
saying.
reveal
Yeah,
someone's
I agree.
character.
oh, I
I
don't need
agree.
silence. Don't silence me. Come on,
No,
let's
No,
talk
I'm
about
not
it.
saying
Not
that. I'm saying
so.
like,
not
for
silence. You hear what
example,
Shamika is saying. She
when
wasn't
you're
saying.
upset,
Yeah.
sometimes be quiet.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Because
that's true.
things will come out and you'll be like going off and saying things that will affect your friendship. Because I can only use my recent situation as an example, because I'm like, I was upset and I've remained silent because I'm like, you know what, I don't want to say something that I'll regret, or I don't want to put something out there that will literally destroy a friendship. But whilst I was being silent, this person that I was sitting there calling my best friend, my sister, they went and decided like, oh yeah, I'm gonna talk the most poo about you on social media, which is not true. And I'm like, wait a minute. I'm silent because I'm like, I respect you as a person. I don't want to sit there and say anything that will be out of character or that could destroy a friendship, whilst you're choosing to sit there and destroy a friendship and say things that are untrue about me.
That wasn't your friend anyway, because actual friends don't do that.
They will
I've
sit there and
had
speak to you.
many disagreements with these three people here, and there's no one who's ever gone to Facebook and said, Tino this or Tino that.
And then to go and start telling other people that we both know things about me. And I'm like, okay, if you're sitting there believing that, that means you weren't my friend. That's what I've had to learn in the last couple of weeks. I've learned, like, okay, if you were excited to hear something negative about me or something that's not true, you were waiting for that, and you just weren't someone that was supposed to be in my life.
Right. And
Good
how
for
long is
you?
your
I applaud you for that's powerful self-awareness. So.
Oh, that's Taffy. Shout out to her. I wanted to pop up.
But I'm still gonna go back to you and shout you out, not because Taffy don't deserve it, because we know Taffy is 100. But I said that to say, because a lot of people, just like a parent, right? They can tell you don't turn right all day.
Yeah.
They can tell you the thing and instruct you on what to do all day.
Yeah.
But to your point of the things that you've been sharing and saying about choice, that's on you.
Yeah.
So when I'm saying that, I'm giving you the due and the credit from the standpoint of you choosing to be aware and put that awareness to action in your real life relationships. Yes, credit Taffy, but please pat yourself on the back for your own relationship, for doing your own work, because at the end of the day, you know Taffy can't be with you everywhere you go.
Yeah.
And you didn't have to listen either. You didn't have to, but you made the choice to listen. And you made that choice, like JLeann is saying. So definitely pat on the back.
Yeah.
And I do believe that sometimes you just, instead of crashing out like her friend did, it's okay to walk away. Because especially when you know what, our friendship has come to the end of the road. This is it. You don't need to crash out. Let me walk away. And it's okay to do that.
My
Because
next confrontation, I'm bringing you in, okay? My next confrontation, you must be in it, because you didn't give me
see,
the
I like
words
confrontation. I really
in
don't.
that exact way and demeanor. I want all of that. Yes.
Because I'm not gonna lie.
Confrontation. Oh, go ahead.
Oh no, because I am a confrontational person. I'm sorry, like you might have to cut this out because the English is like left me.
No,
But
it's
I'm the type of
okay.
person, I will say what I need to say there and then. You're gonna take it or leave it. That's a personal problem. It's not mine. But in that moment, I had to sit back because I'm like, do I respect this person? Do I value anything that we've been through? And I'm like, there were so many beautiful moments that I will definitely cherish. But I also understood that, okay, this is the end of it. And I did say something to her, but I was so graceful. I was like, okay. Like at first I was like, I'm not going to say anything. But then I was like, you know what? I did value the friendship we had. And I'm going to tell you what you did. And then I blocked her off everything. Like, you will never be able to contact me again.
Good for
I just
you.
need to say my piece. I don't care what you have to say, because you've gone and said something to the whole of social media. And then you had people sitting there blocking me for something I didn't even do.
And that's why the other thing we need to address, relationships in general are hard. Female relationships, oh my God. That's another thing, especially if you're not with your people. If you're in an environment that's not conducive to growth, that's not conducive to growth as friends, oh my God, it makes it even worse, because there's always drama. There's something always happening. There's little stories. And it's not that you're starting the stories, but because the people around will just flame things and you don't even know about it. And when you come, it's like, what's happening here? You come lucky, go happy, and you have no idea about anything. So you have to be careful about the people you allow. But for a long time, I didn't want to build new relationships. But now I feel like I'm in a better place. I have more discernment. If anybody comes along, I'm okay with it. But you're going to come in slowly. You're not going to come in and take a seat at the table.
Oh, come on. You let Nina come in after a week.
Well, that's different. That was like 10 years ago.
Ew. You know, with what you're saying, Tino, like I do remember years ago saying to Tino, girl, you got a lot going on with your friendships. Like, it's always something.
It was always something.
It was always something. And Tino would call and she'd be like, girl, this is what happened every other week. And I'm like, but I have not heard that from Tina in a long time, because
done. When I tell you canceled, dropped, I don't care. When I tell you, I don't care. It's not my business.
Well, I would even, that's the pushback in me. But I would push back I don't care. I think you do care, but I think you care about you in a different way.
Yes, I
when
care
you
about
do
me.
care about you in the right way, it is you for why, or me for why we connect to what we connect to. So because you do care about you, you're making better decisions in what you connect to. Ooh, I wasn't trying to, but that one was good.
Yeah, I've had, because I didn't realize how much it took away from me as a person, because I was always putting people first. And even my mom sometimes would tell me, just don't worry about anybody else, worry about yourself. And I never used to understand that. In the late 20s, that's when it started to click. So when I entered my 30s, people didn't really know I was really I was on a struggle bus, the short bus, struggling to let go of some of these relationships, because it's all I knew. That means I had to rebuild a system that I grew up with. So I had to dismantle it one person at a time. And now those same individuals, even sometimes to see them, it's like, oh, I got to get out of here. Absolutely. How are we in the same environment? Yep. We should not be in the same environment.
I move differently because I'm like, I know they probably go to this area or this event. I'm good. I'm not going to go. And if I find out you are like mutual friends or close, I'm like, okay, kind of distance myself, slowly fade away, ghost. Where's Nina? I've fallen off the planet. Like, I move differently now. I don't need to be there.
And it hasn't been perfect, but I feel like now I'm in the space where now I'm solid. Now I'm like, okay, I can challenge whatever it is that comes, because I have a solid circle. To be honest, I have solid people around me. And I've always had solid people around me, but I feel like sometimes I put the wrong people in front when they should never have been there. So it's coming along. I mean, that's friendship. And also when you elevate, our tagline is them ladies is, what is it?
Come on and tag it. Come on.
Now I'm forgetting the tagline. Can you remind me, please?
Engage.
Empower,
elevate.
How are we forgetting? Oh my
Think
God.
about that.
Y'all in friend land. Uh-huh.
So when you're in a point where you're moving differently and you are empowered, it really does bring a whole, and it's worthy, not necessarily you find your own worth. You find your own self-esteem in there. You find your own covering that these people that you needed. And being by yourself, honestly, people are always like, oh, you're always at home. And I like being with me. I enjoy my company.
Exactly.
Right?
Yeah.
Right. I don't have to go outside. I can use this Wi-Fi. The electricity is high. Let me use it up. So it really is. And to be honest, it's been a pleasure having the friends that I have and where we're at and where we're going. Because at this point, where some of us are knocking 40 and some are already there.
About to say,
I wasn't done yet.
Knocking.
I can't relate.
Well, Shamika,
bless your spirit. Oh, bless the Lord. Bless her.
So it's really, honestly, it's been wonderful, like staying connected and figuring out for us how through work, family, and sometimes maybe distance, how to be intentional about our relationships. And I know we're pretty good about, friend dates and things like that. And I'll complain in the chats. When are y'all hanging out with me? I don't have the time. You need to make time for me. Come on.
You really does.
How do y'all feel about that?
Yeah.
I think sometimes I fall into the only child syndrome where I honestly don't have to be around people, don't have to talk to people. So I actually have to force myself or have somebody force me. But yeah, otherwise I'm like, I'm cool. And I've been realizing a lot since about the mid-30s. I'm just like, if I go out around people, it's because, again, forcing myself, where it's like, I enjoy it, but then I need to pull back because I need to recharge to myself. Around people.
JLeanna, I am you. You are me. I am you. Seriously, because a lot of the times I'm just like, oh, okay, I'm just going because I haven't been with my friends for a long time. Or Shamika is like, okay, we're doing this, right? But I do love being at home. I love being in my space. I love being with myself. And I'm not an only child. I have three siblings, but they're all a lot older than I am, right? So growing up, it felt like I was an only child because my sister's like 8 years older than me. So she was out of the house while I was still growing. So sometimes I do fall into that. You know what? I'm home, and some of our friends, even with Shamika, they're like, we haven't seen you, we haven't done brunch, we haven't seen you in a long time. We might see each other at church, and that's about it. So sometimes I do have to force myself. Sometimes every once in a while, I'm the one who initiates something, right? I'll say, you know what? It's been a long time. I just need my friends around me. I just need not even to vent about anything or whatever, because I'm one of those people. I keep a lot of my problems or whatever to myself. You would never know that I'm going through something, but and I know sometimes it's not healthy, but it works for me. And my friends understand that, and they understand, okay, when I am sharing, when I decide to share, they're like, oh, okay, let's show up, because she never shares, so we're going to show up, and I know they're always there. I know they're there, but sometimes I'm just not one to share. But just staying connected with my friends, and I know I need to do better as well. I definitely know I need to do better and stay connected with them.
But I think that's what makes friendship is that it extends grace.
Yeah.
And it extends grace because it it knows, and when I say it, I guess I'm saying the friends, they know and they're letting each other evolve without guilt.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And that's an interesting place, because you're being honest to say these are things that are my flaws. I do that because I really don't like that word, but these are things that are my flaws. These are things that are part of my makeup that maybe would be things that would turn people off from being in a relationship with me. But when you have real friends, you can, whether you share that or not, they're aware enough to not take that personal in a way that would cause them to retract from being your friend because you checked out the building.
Yeah.
Because if they really know you, they understand that your makeup and what you're wearing and the hats that you carry, a lot of times you're this person. And so by the time you get here, you just don't have time. It's not like you're not trying to be whatever, but you don't give yourself the space that you need. And so when you finally get to the space that you have with yourself, that's what you want, is yourself. And so it's not personal. It's not I don't want to be with you. It's I need this. And so I hear you, because I have a sibling, but um I feel Nina, even though I'm not a single child syndrome, from the standpoint of, because of what I do for a living and how I'm with people all the time. I love God and I love people. And so because of that, I must make time to get away from everybody.
Yeah.
Because if I don't, it's going to be an attack sooner or later. Like, it's
yes.
it's not, stop it, Tina. It's going to be something that is not healthy. And to your point, when you work like that and you carry so many other people, you don't always have that natural inclination to give even of yourself, to say, hey, I was really going through this, or I had a bad day. And I'm doing better, to your point too, Taffy, now than I ever have, because that's not necessarily a place that I've felt the grace to do. But my friendships are evolving. And so because they're evolving, I'm like, I don't feel guilty anymore about saying, Tino, I'm not coming.
Yeah. And that's what I want you to recognize that.
I know the day where I have been far spent and I still go over there anyway. My eyes are bloodshot red, and because I'm feeling bad and I don't want to let her down. But I'm in a different space because I'm evolving to where if she's let down because I didn't come, then something's wrong with our friendship, because she got to know that my heart is still for her, regardless of me not always being able to show up.
And I even said that the other day when I had the first small group. And she told me I didn't expect her to come because I knew she had a long day. I was done with it. And next thing I see her, so I'm like, what are you doing here? Right? So if I know my friends are doing things, because I know life is happening. Everyone has things going on. So if you're that kind of friend, you have to be understanding. There's not, how am I going to be in an uproar because people are following through with their calling? How can I be in an uproar? It doesn't make any sense. Just like when I have things going on, Janice has an event that she has, what is it, once every Thursday? Once a month, or every third Thursday or something?
Every fourth Thursday. See, that's why you don't never show up, because you got the wrong Thursday.
She thinks it's the
every fourth Thursday.
Exactly. Do you know why I don't show up? Because I work every Thursday night, overnight. I can't be helped. So if we don't understand or take into consideration those things, she knows the things going on in my life. And if she wasn't an uproar every time that Thursday came around, she would not even be here right now to be chatting like this. So it's really, and also as friends, we shouldn't take advantage just because people are understanding. Sometimes you still need to show up. There's gonna be a time where I have to tell them on that Thursday I can't come.
Yeah, that's good.
So it's a whirlwind, but I think friendship done the right way is amazing, to be honest, because I'm in that era where I'm enjoying you guys. I'm enjoying people. I'm like, I want to do things, but not all the time, because we need to recharge.
You do. You're always trying to do something. Sit down somewhere. Sit down.
I am so busy these days. I'm like, I can't. I need to give my core people some time. Like we have a friend date on Friday with Nina. I don't know when you're gonna put me on your schedule, but it's these two. They live somewhere else. Tuffy just needs to come down. Oh, I need to come. I haven't been.
Or you can go. You can go where she is.
Wait.
I gotta catch a flight, guys.
Yeah, it was like a flight.
Yeah, because that drive.
Where you at
again? Remember we did that drive after my
that drive was terrible, and I got
it's 5 hours.
The full boots. Yes, that drive was terrible.
5 hours.
It's 5 hours.
That's not that far.
Oh, so you're gonna drive when we go?
When you going?
Oh, we'll figure it out. We can go anytime. Well, not anytime, but you know,
we can't go anytime. That's why I just said when we going.
We can always figure that out. We can all do a road trip, guys.
I'm sorry. Nina, in advance. I'm sorry I said it in advance.
For driving now is terrible because
you won't drive. Denise will drive.
Time. PTO, time. I to Avon. I don't even like driving downtown. If I could, I would take a plane. Like it's just too much. It's too much.
I mean, I feel the same way because I drive far for work, and it's like, oh,
yeah.
Okay.
Well, there we have it.
There we have it.
Well, ladies, thank you so much. What a beautiful and honest conversation. Thank you, JLeann, Nina, and Shamika for sharing your story and reminding us that friendship is one of life's greatest gifts, but also one of the greatest teachers.
Oh, it really is. And your bond shows that friendship isn't just about being there for the good times. It's about showing up, it's about forgiving, and it's about growing together through every season. So
this has been another powerful episode of the ZLR podcast. Until next time, cherish your friendships, lead with love, and remember, true connection is what keeps us human.
Please subscribe to our channel, like this video, share, and follow us on all social media.
Thank you.